Morning and welcome to the classiest place on earth. I can't find my headphones. Oh my god, there they are. Good morning,
Hail
everybody.
Satan! Hail Satan!
Hail Satan, I heard that. Which one are you? You'd think I'd learn which ear is which ear after a while. Definitely don't. Good fucking morning, everybody. How the fuck are you? I feel like I have
Did
not
you take your
sat
joy
here for a
today?
bit.
Never
No.
forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
What a thinker. Let's take our fucking joy. Good fucking morning, everybody. And thank you for that resub, Robo Blake. I got a pack a bowl. I am not there with you yet. I woke up late a little bit. Just a little bit. How is everyone doing? Okay. I'll just pack a bowl. I gotta grind weed. Where's my grinder? Nobody knows. Seriously? Oh my god. Sales, thank you so much for resubbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a motherfucking anus its wings, motherfucker. Good morning, Alan Purr. How are you, love? You call yourself a stoner, I know, right? Well, I cleaned my bong, so I mean, is that a good excuse? You can't, like, clean it when it's loaded, my dudes. That's weird. I'm gonna grind up cherry diesel. No, I'm not, because it's empty. Just kidding. I'm gonna grind up whatever's in this. Alpha Runts. Sick. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the resubs. How the fuck are you? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your holiday if you celebrated the mass genocide, of all the Native Americans and stuff? I only have 3 meetings? Oh my god. That's basically like a day off for you, Glut. That feels, for me, it feels wonderful, and I'm not even there. Sadly, too long to explain, but hopefully your soothing voice and vibe can calm me down a little bit. I'm gonna do my best. Because I'm feeling chill as fuck. Damn near. Yeah, seriously. That's awesome. My leg hurts for some unknown reason, but besides that, I'm good. Drink lots of water and stretch your leg. You don't want to get a blood clot. Mertz gets no Thanksgiving holidays because Norway, how have you been, Katie? Thanksgiving is a stupid holiday. Can we agree on that? Like, what kind of holiday is Thanksgiving? What is it? It's kind of a dumb holiday. I took last week off because the 3 weeks prior I'd have over 100 hours of meetings. Why? Why so many meetings? Oh my god, Pucky, what happened? You got smacked. What happened? Oh, I dropped a bud. Where's my, oh my god, is it behind me? Stop it. Is this the where's my grinder? It's right. Nobody knows. Seriously? It's behind you, you stupid cunt. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Oh my god. Pucky, thank you for the resub, homie. I love you. How many of those meetings could have been emails? All of them. I'm chilling for another hour and a half, and I have to get ready for work. I was supposed to have today off, but I'm covering for one of the kids that needs to study for an exam. You're a very nice person. Also, I do believe I owe you a birthday song. Correct me if I'm wrong, Viata, but I'm pretty positive your birthday was last week, and I even looked at it. I know. I mean, come on now. I don't think I've watched any of your streams in like 3 months, so this is really nice. Oh, well, welcome back. I mean, to be fair, literally the last 3 months have been maybe the worst of my life. I mean, it's you can't compare. Like, if I told you why, you'd be like, Katie, that's ridiculous. It's just because I lost my dog. But I'm not well yet. That'll take a lot of time, I think. It was Monday. I thought so. Give me 1 second. I can feel my nose is running, and I don't want to cough a booger up while I sing to you. Oh, I know, Puck. Oh, God, man. I've been just, like, sitting around thinking about, cons, the conventions, and how much I miss them so much because I get to see you guys. Like, that's my, like, 2 times a year, I actually am social and get to go hang out with my community, and not having that sucks, and it hurts, and I hate it. Hate it. Losing your dog is losing your baby. Man, I was going through old-ass pictures yesterday in my computer, just cleaning them up. and I found a gif of Millie, like, sitting in my lap during stream, like, licking my face, looking up at me, and I just started crying, like, full on, like, choke crying. Like, and it just hits out of nowhere. It's not like I'm sad 24/7. It's just like, you're never ready for it when it hits, and it sucks. What's wrong with my grinder? Go back. Yeah, Shireen, so I had a pug, a lovely pug named Millie, and she was my co-host for my stream for 7 years, literally. And this year she passed, and is the hardest thing I've ever experienced in my life. I have Mac Jack, you silly fuck. Thank you for that 20 months, honeybean. Also I've got my lovely No Time for Flowers. If anybody knows where this mug is from, you get bonus life points. Queen Moomy was the best streamer ever. And honestly, like, what helps me and also kills me is that you guys loved her like I did. I'm gonna cry. No crying. It's fine. She was the best. I'm not gonna cry. I'm just tired of crying. Hi, Greg. How are you, love? All right, I packed a bowl. Let's put a dab on it. I'll cry less if I'm stoned. It's gonna be 2 years on December 15th at our cat pass, and it still makes us sad. Fuck. Man, they really get you. Like, animals really make a place in your heart, don't they? It's so hard. Like, I talked about it for years. Like, coming up to it, I was like, I know that when Millie's gone, I'm never gonna be the same person, but I had no idea. Like, you really don't know till they're gone. Thank you, Lilith. I know. And it feels bad because I have these 2 wonderful dogs that I should, like, you know, be like, well, I have these wonderful dogs. Nothing replaces your baby. Happiness in a freshly packed bowl. Yeah, let's smack this bitch. Look at that. Fuck, I put a huge dab on top of it. I obviously want to die today. Zelda Quinn, thank you so much for the resub, honey boo boo. How are you, love? The hair in my mouth. The baby dog hair. I know. Well, it's just from Hemper, man. Hemper has the craziest bongs. I would not have a cool bong like this if it wasn't for Hemper, really. Let's cheers, motherfuckers. Where's my lighter? Where is she? Here she is. Yeah. I love clipper lighters. They're the best. Lady Elma, yes. So if you do not partake in marijuana, you're new to my stream or just stopping by, in no way are you left out by not partaking in marijuana. We cheers with everything. Also, let's take our joy. I definitely need a refill. I have a refill sitting at the Walgreens.
You take your joy today.
Uh-huh.
Never forget to take your
Really,
joy.
Angel? God.
And I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Do you stop crying at a certain point? Because that's what I hate. I don't want my day to be interrupted by fucking crying all the time. And I've never been like an overtly emotional crier. It's just like, Millie was my girl, I guess. Let's cheers. Hold on. I'm so gross. Happy birthday, happy birthday, Viata. Last week was your day to have a lot of fun. And we were waiting for the celebrating. That was your day. So happy birthday to you. Ooh. The crazy eyes. You can't just talk mucus because no one wants to hang out with you. You got to make it weird. Because then people are like, oh, they're just weird. It's not like you're just like a mucus farm. Oh my God, it's not boring to be sober. It's not boring to be sober. I'm jealous of people that don't do. I don't drink. I don't drink at all, so I'm right there with you. My uterus decided it's time to try and kill me. Oh my God, do we need an ice pick moment? You know, I'm seriously thinking of investing in a piece of property to put a little cabin on just to have a period house for myself. so I can just like escape and cramp and be miserable by myself and no one has to listen to me complain. And I get a little week vacation. I'm seriously thinking of it. The Bible did it. They had like the little menstruation tent. You had to like scrub rocks on your face, but I'm going to take it to the next level. Menstruation spa. I think we've got an idea here. Cheers. Exactly, Lady Emma. Exactly. Alcohol and bipolar people are not a good combination. I'm saying it, chill ass blood hut, because like, no shame on the men in our lives. They don't want to, like, no one wants to listen to anyone just complain. And when you have your period and you're cramping, that's all you can do. And people who don't have uteri, they tend to think there's somehow to fix it. And it's like, there isn't. Women have been doing this for thousands of years. It sucks, and this is why we're angry all the time. But like if I could just escape to where people try to stop fixing me, that'd be great. That's what I'm saying. Like I need a period house. It'll be blood red and scary like a witch house, but on the inside it's gonna be so cozy. Like walls lined with books and just like reading nooks in every corner, and every fucking outlet will have a heating pad plugged in. Rocks get a bad rap. They're used to take your mind out of the monthly suffering. Scrubbing your face. I mean, it's definitely an exfoliation. Sammy with that 19 months.
Hail the Dank Lord, motherfucker. Thank you for that.
Hammy, seriously, like that's basically what it feels like. You're not angry all the time. It's on the inside. I withhold it. It's on the inside. My last honey spoon today. Oh, sad. What a place to pop into a room topic. Period house. Meatball, hear me out. So you know in the Bible, like when a woman has menstruation, when she's having her period, they make her go like, you know, a certain amount of distance from the house, and she has to sleep in a little tent outside and like free bleed herself to death. She can't touch anybody. She can't talk to anyone in the family while this is happening because she's considered disgusting. So I just want to take it to that next level. Instead of a period hut, I'm going to make a menstruation spa. Like just a cabin in the woods where I can go for my special week of I want to die, and no one will take my ice pick away. Hi, Safi. How are you, my love? Good morning, Cocky. Good morning, Saber. Do the books lining those walls get replaced every so often? Oh, absolutely. They'd have to. I read too fast. Allegedly. Thank you, Saber. I did something kind of fun today. They still do that? Oh, I'm sure they do. I mean, there's places in the world they still practice female mutilation. What is it? It's a female castration because we can't handle the pleasure. That's the Bible. I wonder how Hindu deal with it. I don't know. I'd love to read other religious texts. It's such a fine line to dance because, like, with the Bible, I was raised Catholic. Like, I was raised Irish Catholic by people who were raised by nuns. And so I came from a place of, I know this shit and I don't feel bad making fun of it. But it would be really hard. Like, I would make fun of any religious text because religion to me is bad shit. But like, you know, not being Hindu, not being Muslim, making fun of a religious text, you kind of get into a dangerous area, and I don't want anyone to feel bad about their religion. You know? The book lining the walls getting replaced or shed? Oh, shut the fuck up, Taz. My Jewish friends always looked at me with disgust when I told them I still had sex with my menstruating women. Dude, seriously. It's like a real fear. Like, people fear periods. Oh my god, Mickey. Mickey Dick with that resub and logistics.
Hail Satan for that motherfucking Prime sub, bitch. Thank you.
Okay, Mickey, I'm not showing you everything for your gift box, but I did get one of the final items for it, and I just have to show it to you because it's ridiculous. And that's all you get to see. Packing it up has made me laugh so hard. I'm just crying, laughing while I do it. It's pretty fun. I know. Absolutely, Greg. You know the best solution for cramps is a fucking orgasm. Trying to get me Randy? Dude, I'm here for you. I saw that. Oh, Sammy. Oh my god, Sammy, yes. Oh my god, hold up. We got this right before we went to Montana. I have to show you this. Sammy and her lover sent us a Christmas present and it's literally under my feet. It's so cool. Hold on. Look at this. Can you guys see it? It's so big. It's so fucking cool. Hold on, my headphones are in the way. I'm trying to back up so you can see the whole thing. It's huge. Look at that. I kept it under my desk so I would remember to show it to everybody. But it's like a door, like a mat you would put at your door, but it's got all the alignments on it, and then it's got hilarious descriptions for them. They're great, so I'm gonna read them to you because we got it when Zach's friends were here, so we were like going over it with his friends because they don't play D&D. In case nobody thought you were a nerd, I mean, that's pretty hard. Isn't that the fucking coolest shit? Okay, so I'll read it says, welcome to our home, roll for initiative. And then it has the alignments. It says, true neutral. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I'm not listening. I could say half of you are true neutrals by that. Lawful evil. I'll go in order because it goes counterclockwise. So that was true neutral, chaotic neutral. This is what I think I am. Maybe. I don't know. You guys tell me. Chaotic neutral. Might save your life. Might steal your wife. Chaotic good. This is the one I previously thought I was. Good intentions, questionable methods. It's not on purpose. It's just that we're kind of dumb. And then it goes lawful good. Lawful good says it doesn't mean lawful nice, which I really liked. I love the descriptions. They're so sassy. Chaotic evil means never having to say that you're sorry. Neutral good, a beautiful cinnamon roll, too good for this world. And that's wait, did I get them all? Oh no, and then there's neutral evil, when you just don't care exactly where the XP comes from. And then lawful neutral. Yes, there is poison in your tea, but I have a prescription for it. Take your joy. Isn't that the fucking coolest thing? I don't even know where it came from. Sammy, no clue if she wants to share that, but this is so badass. Thank you. Like, man, I don't know how you guys find these cool shit, but that is so cool. Yes! Oh, faux hammer! That was a weird alert for it.
Thank you for the resub, you silly fuck. Oh my god, because it was a tier 3. Bitch. My holes will be filled with you until my dying day.
I swear, they'll go to embalm me and they'll be like, wait, there's a Zoe inside. I'm chaotic evil, and I'm not sorry for shit. Dude, I mean, as long as you don't do things to purposely hurt people, I don't think you should be sorry. Please follow my friend Safi Pie. She's incredible. There's so many good streamers in chat today. Thank you guys for banging them. I appreciate you. No clue my hubby found it. Dude, I look for shit like that to buy for people because everybody loves nerdy gifts. That's something that, like, it's a stupid way to put it because everybody says it. It's something I would never buy for myself, but I will treasure forever because it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And I try to look for gifts like that for people, but they're hard to find. Good ones. Am I missing a plug? Oh my god, I am. No. We're just half cat butthole today. Where did my plug fall out? Interesting. We're just halvesing today. Nope, that's some accident. I bet I could put my earbud in it, but I wouldn't hear the sound. So gross. Hi, Melioriated. I think I identify with all alignments. That means you're a very balanced person. That's good. It's good to be balanced. I returned the wives, though. That's nice of you. Chaotic good seems like the scariest one to me. The best description I heard of chaotic good, which is why I think I like my real personality would be chaotic good, is you're trying to do the right thing. You just go about it all the wrong ways, but not on purpose. You're just kind of dumb. I think I'm dumb. Smooth brain maybe is a nicer way to put it. Bottled spider with that 10 months.
How you boo-boo? Hail the dank lord, thank you for that resub.
Kind of sounds like one of the voices I hear in my head. Luckily, the voice I hear is more feminine. Oh my gosh, is it a mean voice? I hope it's not a mean voice. I don't want to imitate one of your mean voices because then I would feel really bad. I just like anarchy, but I also like helping people. Me too. Like, I don't want to be told what to do, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to just go about my own business. Or like surprise tackle hugging one of your friends. I've never done that. I would never.
Go, Pikachu. Come out. I'm gay.
Rohammer_419 tipped $5. CK, last night a magician was balls deep in me, and after they came in me they breathily whispered to me that it was a trick, and they pulled a wad of chunky and moist jizz out from inside my ear. It was magical, but now I have a magician fetish. Woo.
Wait, did he tell you how he did the trick? Because then he's not a real magician anymore. If he breaks the magician code, Lore Mike, thank you for that resub. I love you so much, Fo. Your brain, like, I just need you to write a book of proverbs or something. Sometimes it's mean. It often tells me to hurt myself or, that other more permanent action, but don't let me hold you back. Well, maybe I can help alter the voice's tone.
Because Satan Daddy doesn't want none of that. Satan Daddy wants a back rub. And maybe an edible. And just to tell you how fucking cool you are.
Because Satan in the Bible literally translates to the questioner. All he wants you to do is question the creepy voice in the sky telling you to kill your son. That's it. But, now he's this fucking 10-headed dragon with 13 crowns or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I read the whole Bible on stream, if anyone's wondering. It was a time. Thank you, Poop Deck. How are you, love? Did you have a good... Did anyone have, like, a good holiday or any, like, fun stories about your Thanksgiving? I know we pretty much all did the exact same thing, like, catered to the old people, ate at 1 o'clock, went to sleep. Oh, are you writing a book? About what? Thank you for that follow. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie. It's fucktabulous to meet you. Take my breath away with choice. Show my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I invite you and your brethren to take your pants off, place your hand upon your genitals, and enjoy your time here. I don't stream pants on, therefore I invite you to do the same. Embrace your goddamn nudity, mother fluffer. Every hole is gold and yours is golden. One breath, she still got it. Forever. Ooh, webpage with samples. It's a kinky detective novel. Ooh, nice. That clip is gold. Which? Oh, Rod's clip? Oh, I gotta click it. Lilith is sitting here shoving her face on my... Do you see this? Nose. Is it? It's not... Do you have to potty or something? What's wrong with you? I have to click it. Hold on. Hold up. Let's watch this as a group. My stream deck isn't working, so I'm a little bit slow today, but just, just forgive me. We'll get there. It's not this one. It's this one. Yeah. Boosh. Okay, hold up. I gotta rewind it. Thank God it's muted.
Oh, good day. Excuse me. Dr. Claw. You're coming. Rod.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello. Good day. Excuse me. Dr. Claw. You're coming.
I'm dead.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello. Good day. Excuse me. Dr. Claw. You're coming.
I'm dead. Oh my fucking Christ. Rod, you have a wife. Oh my God. Okay, so Rod Johnston, one of my good friends, also a local Coloradan, is a streamer. And he perpetuates the myth that he's married. And some people claim to have seen a wife, but none of us can prove a wife. So we like to make him fake wives. That's really fucking great. Right? Like, every time I've hung out with Rod, I've been fairly intoxicated. So, I mean, even my interpretation of what a wife could be just a figment of my own imagination. I don't know. I did meet Gizmo. I can confirm the dogs are real, however. I cried. Also, oh my God, guys, I met so many good dogs while I was in Montana. Like, all of the best boys that have ever existed. I met a miniature corgi, which I didn't know existed, and I bawled my eyes out because it reminded me of Millie, and that's my life now. I just cry. I met a wonderful rescue pit named Molly, who is the sweetest angel in the world, and I would die for her.
Go, Pikachu. Come out. I'm gay.
Fohammer underscore 419 tipped $5. CK Gizmo Daddy and I decided to role play over the holiday. I was ham and he was turkey. We put our meats together to create a beautiful stuffing and creamy white gravy glaze. The nice neighbor lady recorded all of it and we're putting it on our fan site too.
The nice neighbor lady. You guys are killing me, man. Oh, Zoe, that is just a nice neighbor lady. Lena levels up with 11 months. How the fuck has it almost been a year? Winston, oh, Greg, I cannot even tell you what a cool dog Winston Churchill was. Oh my God. I can straight up say it is the biggest dog I've ever seen in my life in terms of just all over. I mean, he was not fat. His chest was literally like a whiskey barrel. I mean, it was a whiskey barrel on legs. I've never in my life encountered, oh my God, his head was, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, like this, and it was like a bowling ball. And you could just grab it and squish it, and he was the nicest boy. He's a puppy. He's only like 2 years old or something. He's the same age as the poodles. So the breed was, oh, I think she said it's some sort of mastiff, like some sort of English mastiff. Yeah. I can never figure them out because there's a mastiff that's skinnier and has lots of skin and drools a ton, and then there's this one where they're like a fucking sausage. Yeah, mastiffs are always huge, but there's a couple variations I know. Like this one didn't have all the skin. He didn't like have, just feet of skin hanging off his face, but definitely a drooler. Yep, I know the Neapolitan one too. Me too. And this one did not look like that. He literally looked the color of Millie when she was a baby, like the same like tan and burnt colors, but he was just the sweetest boy. And I would just crouch down and sit with him forever because he was so sweet. He was like a sausage. I mean, he was like tight. Like, you know how some dogs get fat and they get like that barrel belly and you can tell they're an obese dog. Like some labs will get really fat. This was not a fat dog. This is a dog built to knock you down and keep you down. Like, she said he's at least 150 pounds. I was like, he's definitely more than me. He's more than 150 pounds. Like, this dog absolutely weighs more than me. I mean, I couldn't fit my arms around his chest. That's how big of a barrel this dog was. It was wild and beautiful. Rip Gifted, what happened? Did I miss something? You can always give me a hard time if I miss something. That's on me. I wish the cigar was real, dude. The edits. There was an edit where someone put a cigar and a top hat on him, and then someone else edited it and put like champagne glasses and a cigar in my hand and all this shit. You guys are like, we showed all those edits to his aunt. She printed them. She's going to frame those edits and put them in her home. That's how much she loved them. Like, she was so appreciative because that's her baby. Our alerts not working? Is that what's happening? I have been switching from Streamlabs to Stream Elements, so they might be. If one didn't go off, I do apologize. Hi, Delphinus. How are you, love? The top hat and the cigar. I can't. They are as far. Okay, me too. I really thought all of them were going off. But if you guys do something and you see it like go through on your bank account or wherever you see proof go through, you get an email and you don't see it pop up, let me know. Because I can contact Twitch and we can figure that out. Because even though it's just $5, you don't want to lose your money. That's a lot of money to some people. Safi, they've been, I mean, honestly, ever since you and I worked through it, it's a lot easier for me to work through them, yes. And I have found some gold on my computer. It's just like old GIFs of myself that don't even look like me anymore that I'm putting into alerts that are going to make people pee their pants. It's going to be great. A Danish Mastiff? Maybe. The reason I always get them mixed up is my 4-H leader when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys know what 4-H is, if you're from a different country. But... Delphinus, you silly fuck. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Oh, we should hydrate and stretch. Do I have water? Oh my god, I left my water in the kitchen, Zelda. I'm terrible. I'll have to get it on my break. I got a bull mastiff. He's only 3 months, though, so he's tiny, and his mom's 145 pounds. Is he so cute, though? I just Googled him. Oh, that's a pretty dog. They don't have the smush face. Yeah. So in the US, we have this thing called 4-H, and the emblem of it is a clover with H's and all the 4 leaves of a 4-leaf clover. But essentially, it's like a club that kids to 18 can join, and it's anything really. Like, you could join and learn how to quilt, and then you can put your quilts up at fair and show them and win prizes. Or you can learn how to raise pigs, or you can learn how to raise chickens, or whatever. I did 4-H for dogs because I'm a dog person. And my 4-H leader had a Mastiff, and I can't remember what kind it was, but it was the one that just had so many, like, the jowls were like a foot long. And I just remember going to her house, and you could look on the walls, and there would be like the dried drool strings stuck to the walls from this dog, like shaking its head and just flinging this shit all over the place. No, he was kind of a rusty reddish brown color. Beautiful dog. We definitely didn't have 4-H. I also was in the city. Yeah, I was not in the city. I was definitely in the country. I did 4-H, and my sister did Future Farmers of America. I told you, we white trash. Oh, it was hot. But he was the nicest dogs. Wiener. How you doing, love? My parents, on my parents' road, one of the neighbors has one. He's a visit dog at the local home of the elderly. Oh my god. He's probably the best ever in the whole world. No, he was like a I remember him being like that reddish, but he wasn't a hound. He was definitely a mastiff. He had that huge squished face. And she told us that his breed was bred to knock people over. Like, literally, like, they would stand up and put their paws on your shoulder and knock you to the ground. They were so, like, fucking heavy. And they were just like a horse. Oh my god, Wiener, did you just get knocked? Oh my god, are we making... Stop it. I got the link anyways. Don't even worry about it.
It looks safe.
Stop it. What did he eat? Oh no, what did he eat? Are these No. Are these those fucking Thanksgiving jelly beans? No, Wiener. Oh no. Is a vomit jelly bean? No, there's not. That's real? Why though? Okay, I played Bean Boozle once. And I will never play that game again because I can to this day tell you I have not eaten a jelly bean since I played that game, and this was like 10 years ago. It was right when this game came out. I have not eaten a jelly bean since because of the fucking flashbacks. I got a fish jelly bean. which was cleverly disguised as a popcorn jelly bean, which is also a fucking disgusting jelly bean, but I was open to popcorn. Fish. Fish jelly bean. Why? I love jelly beans. I have not eaten one since. Fuck me. No, it was like rotten fish, Kinger. Like if you've ever walked by a harbor in the summer, that's what was in my mouth. It was the worst. I mean, it was like beyond puking. My body gave up and was like, now we die. It was so fucking rancid. And I'm already pretty sensitive to like fishy smells. I do not like the smell of rotten, like fishy harbors and shit. Yes. Oh my God, Kinger. Yes. Yep. I grew up in a fishing city, in a fishing harbor town, I guess you would say, where I went to college. And they had crab pots that in the summer they would just pile up on the docks. And those bitches would fill the city with the most rancid Nana's crotch smell in the world. Ever. I never again. Nope. Nope. Yeah, it was like licking a fucking like Long John Silver's dumpster lining. It was so bad. That he ate vomit. Right, Mickey? Like, can you honestly think of a worse smell? There are few things in this world that smell worse than rotten seafood shit. Like, that is just something else, man. It's so bad. The lobster pods, yep. We just have Maryland, it's crabs. So it's crab pots everywhere. And you'd like want to go walk down by the harbor in the summer and, oh, it's such nice weather. Never mind, I'm going in. And like right there's the aquarium. Like, oh yes, I'd love to go to the aquarium with that in my mouth. Rotting intestines always beat seafood. I don't know if I've smelt like an actual rotting intestine. I've smelt, my patients who are rotting from the inside out, but I don't think that's probably as bad. Oh, are you allergic to fish? Ugh. Oh my God, Jester, we have the same one in Maryland. We have a jizz tree in Maryland. Stop it. Where are my Marylanders at? What is our jizz tree? I'm pretty sure it's a type of dogwood, but when you walk around in the summer, it just smells like cum. I'm not kidding you. We have jizz trees in Maryland. It's so weird. Marnux, that fucking Reese.
Hail the dank lord, motherfucker.
You have a fungi that smells like jizz? Dude, this tree is bad. And it's like, it lines the roads of neighborhoods because it's a really pretty tree and it grows really well in Maryland. But when it blooms, it smells like old cum. I hate it. It's the worst smell. Yeah. And they were like, literally like my little cul-de-sac didn't have any of them. But when I walked my dogs out the cul-de-sac, whole road was just lined with cum trees. I was like, really, guys? It's a dogwood of some kind, of cum kind. Speaking of jizz trees.
Sky the king of, how are you, lover?
They're a thing and they're gross. They smell, but they're real pretty, so everybody plants them. You can grow, like, this is the killer. It's Maryland. You could literally grow anything there. It is the best climate and the most gross, nasty, rotting soil to grow anything. You can grow, like, what are those? I grew a huge wisteria that literally went wild and grew up to my roof so much that a snake tried to crawl in my window through the wisteria. Wisterias smell like heaven, by the way, if you didn't know. Lilacs you can grow also smell like heaven, yet they plant a cum tree. Nobody knows why. You have those in NC, they're disgusting. They're like white and really pretty, but smell bad. The trees that do that in here, Georgia, are Bradford pear trees. Oh, really? I'm gonna look it up. I wonder if that's what we call, I wonder if that's just another name for them, because I don't know the actual name. A Bradford pear. I'm gonna look it up. That might be it. It looks like it. It's just a flowering white tree that everybody plants in their yard and is really pretty, but smells like absolute cum. Thank you, by the way, for that resub, crispy motherfucker. People love the smell of cum. I mean, maybe it's like a subconscious thing. You never know. I had 3 older brothers, so I'm very familiar with the smell of old cum, and it's disgusting. I am not a fan. I have an example that's worse with garden planting. Oh my God, do I want to know? Your sense of smell is dead? Why? What's that really cool mug of yours that you're drinking from? Oh my god, Wiener, what do you mean? That really cool oh, you're the first one to mention it, by the way. 500 life points to you. What is it? I don't know, man. Is it perhaps a very lively story written by a child and created into an epic comic that might be printed sooner or later? I don't know. All I know is there's no time for flowers, motherfuckers. Thank you, Wiener. Literally, I was just Googling that link to pull up. Guys, if you would also like an Iron Face Studios mug, you should check out that link. If you're unfamiliar with what the fuck I'm talking about, you're like, why does Katie keep holding up this mug that looks like nothing? Literally, my friend Dan Paul, as a like 7-year-old child, wrote elaborate stories on lined notebook paper about this amazing character named Iron Face. And recently, him and Ezekiel underscore III have worked with a fabulous few artists to create this child story into a fucking epic comic book. And you can get posters of the actual like comic face that are, I mean, the artwork literally will make you come. And you can get these awesome, these are actual like pieces of art from the story. And if you check out Zeke's channel, I'm pretty sure he has a clip of it somewhere, but I actually got to read one of the stories live on his channel one time, and it was epic. It was really cool. Numbed, really? I'm really sensitive to smells. I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I have little perfumes and stuff all over the place. Not sensitive, but I like nice smells. Dr. Claw's the one adapted it, but he's not the one doing all the art, is he? I always think he is, but I believe there's someone else working on the art. I'm really bad at remembering things like this. Claw's not the artist, but he's working on the adaptation to make it into the comic from the child's book story with the artist, correct? I'm just trying to get the whole... Because Dr. Claw is an artist. I mean, he's amazing. He can do anything. Dr. Claw can do anything. You should see what he does with shit. Bowel movements. I'm really sensitive to noises, so I always have a way to listen to music while I'm out. I'm the same. It's more like I'm sensitive to silence. Like... I just like to have a background tune going on. It helps me focus. I think it is in some stores now. Yes, I do believe it is, like locally for them. Producing is not the same as adapting. He also adapted it, meaning he wrote it in comic form. Thank you, Greg. I am unfamiliar with the terms, so I appreciate you guys clarifying. I love you, Heltar. Have a fucking good day, honey bean. It is awesome, and I just love this is my favorite line in the whole thing. No time for flowers, motherfuckers. You gotta purchase the comic and read it to figure it out. And I know y'all comic book nerds. The art will blow your mind. That's it. We have a poster. We have a huge, like, 6-foot poster of the art. It will fucking blow your minds. It's so good. As for the gardening, Katie, here people used to plant hedges of berberries. Berberries? Their thorns will go into your bloodstream and... wander? Why? Yeah, you can still buy the comic. Absolutely. I'm pretty yeah. I mean, that would be fucking weird if they got it off. I know you can buy it on their website. I'll have to look for it. We have everything, so I've never had to, because obviously Zeke is like helping support get it out there. But we'll have to ask Claw, yeah. He just ate another vomit bean. I don't want to see it. I can't. Why is he eating vomit beans? Tell him from ClassyKatie, why do you hate yourself like this? Because it was a spiky plant that's easy to grow. In Maryland, they grow one similar. I don't know if the thorns will like break off in your skin, but the plant is beautiful. It's called like a fire bush or something like that because most of the year the leaves are like this dark green color and on the underside they're purple. And in the fall, when they turn red, it looks like it's setting on fire. The bush is really pretty, but it's got thorns on it like this long. Huge fucking... So, I mean, you're like, what a pretty bush that will murder you. You just don't see them. It's like hidden. So if you fell in that bush, like with your eyes open, you ain't coming out, right? But they're everywhere in Maryland. I live in the desert now. I don't just talk about Maryland for no reason. I just live in the desert where there's no plants. So I have nothing to talk about here except like, oh my God, when we were driving to Montana, I actually saw in the middle of Wyoming a sole singular tumbleweed tumble across the freeway in front of me. That was epic. And that's Wyoming. Why anyone lives there, I to this day can't figure out. It carries a fungal disease that kills wheat. That's terrifying. Why would you want to plant that? I thought they were sold out LSDP about it. There's a throw blanket that's really cool. I don't have that. What is Wyoming? It's the place where oh my god, Mickey, stop it. This is for everybody, but Mickey, you'll love this. So, the woman we were staying with, Wendy, one of Zach's good friends, she told me that a teacher that she works with, a teacher of young children, made a comment the other day. We all know that the flood came about when God popped the giant bubble around the flat earth. I mean, obviously, and then just walked away. And Wendy was like, am I being punked? But apparently, that's the thought process up there. Oh shit! Kid Wiener. This is official news from Dr. Claw from via Wiener. The Iron Face comic will be in the online shop soon. And now I'm a fucking slip and slide. You owe me a new chair. Well, I'll let you guys know. As soon as I know it's out, I'll let you guys know. Everyone's always asking Wyoming, but not Howoming. Dude, that is a desolate fucking place. Desolate. Wow. I mean, who lives there? It literally is like a bad loop. Like the scenery never changes. It's just nothing. Forever. I don't know why people live there. It's crazy. You could drown a toddler down there, I'm saying. Why is it Kansas but Arkansas? Because America. Why do we say like vegetable instead of vegetable? We like miss a whole bunch of letters in the middle of the word vegetable. Just say vegetable. Vegetable. No one says veggie table, but it's there. I get really pissed off about some English words. Wyoming has less than 600,000 residents. No fucking shit. The whole state. Slurm. Let's cheers. That's not shocking, but also wow. That is not a lot of people. Wow. And they have a 20% vaccination rate. It'd probably be real cheap to live there, but you'd want to die. Dude, Colorado's back on mask mandate. I don't know what's happening to the world anymore. Yeah. Not a mask in sight, my dudes. Not up there. Honestly, Mickey, I don't even know how they would hunt because there's no trees. Like, there's no forest. And for me, being from, like, the coastal places, there's at least some forest where you're usually... Like, you know, there's, like, forest on the edges and then, like, a valley. There is none. Forever. It's grass. Forever. Like, I don't know what animals would choose to live there other than, like grouse or prairie dogs. Little things, you know? My brain rebooted just then. It did. Yep. Could you see it in my eyes? Yeah, my bad. That they don't have internet at the new office, so oh my god, you have to work from home tomorrow, Robo Blake. Bummer, man. Rabbits, we might have rabbit. I've actually never seen a rabbit here. That's interesting. I have seen lots of prairie dogs, tons, but not a rabbit. I wonder why. Dad Kel, what's up? I am much recovered. Thank you for asking. It's it's fun hanging out with family and like talking to new people and stuff. But once you actually get to like sit and be quiet, you realize how goddamn exhausted you are just from how many people have asked me where I'm from because I talk funny. You ate them all, savages. Probably. I haven't eaten rabbit since I was a child. Might be part of the city. I used to sell them all the time when I lived in Aurora. Really? The vaccine is free. Yes, it is. And yet we throw them away every day. I've been officially working from home for over 2 years now. I have gotten rid of all of my pants because that's the way it should be. Like, if any of you work from home and you're living in denim, I question your sanity. No, nobody asked if I was from my Antifa. Did I get any funny looks or anything? I really didn't go out and, like, into public, like bars or anything. We were at people's houses. And so people were just, like, if you're not, like, in public, like, you're hanging out with people who are allowed to just talk to you, like someone's family or something, I'm more like a science experiment they just ask about. Like, where are you from? I can hear it. Your hair is it? Like, everybody kept touching my hair, and, like, I'm just kind of a weird thing to them to ask about, but not in a mean way. Like, they're very nice. Hi, Tricky Queen. How are you? Can I request a hug for both puppers? Absolutely. Come here, Void. Come here. Get up here before your sister does. My boy. These guys. Oh, can I just say how much relief I have? Like, man, they're shocking me with their little tootsies. Come here, Lil. There we go. Now, oh God, on the cord. I just moved that. How do you do that? There. Now I did it. I got the babies. I was just gonna say, like, the pure joy of seeing my dogs, like, get along with other dogs and play with strange dogs and strange people was incredible. Because these are COVID puppies. Like, we definitely got them at the very beginning of the COVID breakout, so it was not a social time, and we're home all the time. And they were amazing. They love other dogs. Like, every dog, they just wanted to play. That was it. Never aggressive, like, both of them. Hilarious. They just want to play. And it, like, you never know. Like, they really haven't had that exposure to dogs that are young, that want to play. They've been around older dogs like Millie and Scott's dog. But, they played with Winston, they played with Molly, they played with everybody, every dog. Like, they were so good. There was never an aggressive moment ever. And I was just like, the relief. Because I don't ever want a mean dog ever. Ever. No, I mean, why would you ever want a dog that's aggressive on purpose, And so I did my best. Like, I run with my dogs and I take them to parks. But during COVID, like, people aren't as forthcoming with wanting to pet your dogs and want to talk to you. And so it's hard to socialize an animal. And it was so relieving, Tigger. Seriously, like, I was almost in tears just sitting there like, this brings me so much joy. Like, especially Winston. Winston was their speed. Like, he could keep up with them, but he would slow down, which is good for them because they're more of a sprinting dog, not necessarily the stamina. They can sprint and play for 5 minutes, but then they got to crash for an hour, And he was the perfect speed for them, and it was just... Well, exactly, Mickey, but I think I think you'd agree with me. It's on the fault of the person. Like, there is no dog born to be a bitch. Well, theoretically speaking. Hi, Zerkles. How are you, love? They have the stamina. If they're not being chased, they can go forever. Like, they'll do, like, the loping run. I'd say 2 speeds. They have, like, their kind of greyhound run where it's, like, loping deer. And that's if they're in a field, and they just can lope. And if you know the word loping, that's the right word, right? It's like a canter of a horse. And then they have what I call low gear. And that's like, they see something they want to kill. And they fucking get real low to the ground and their tail gets straight. And they're like, phew, just gone. That's the one they gotta chill afterwards. My aunt's ex had a Great Dane that went through very traumatic training. Oh. Why? Why are people like that? The dog gotta go. I agree. I mean, it's horrible to say, but it's at the dog's detriment. Like, letting it survive. Lope, thank you. Bounding stride. Yeah, I wasn't sure if lope was a real word. I haven't used that word in like 500 years. But yeah, they have like that where they'll like, gorgeous. Lilith, her run is beautiful. She reminds me of like a greyhound kind of. But Trick, he sprints. He is like, and he has to be first. No dog can get to whatever they're going to, before him. So he gets real fast. He's very muscly. You have to fuck with a Great... I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I haven't met a mean Great Dane. I firmly believe... Yes, Land. Hello, how are you? I just saw you. Hi. Hello, Lift Control. How are you, love? if you abuse animals, we should test cosmetics on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those who don't participate in cosmetics, like makeup, what they do to approve it before I put it on my face, a lot of companies I don't participate in anymore, is what they'll do is like, say mascara, which is that shit we put on our eyelashes to make them look black and big. They will take that mascara and scrub it into the eyeballs of a beagle for 2 years before FDA will be like, okay, Katie can put it on her eyelashes. Let's replace the beagle with the animal abuser. It's a better test subject because it's a human, and we're no longer scrubbing things into an innocent beagle's eyes. Just a thought. Hello, Cake, my love. How are you? I had 2 of its puppies, and they were all so sweet, so I know it was a training. Oh, absolutely. I don't think any animal is like any dog, any domesticated dog. Now, if you've got a dog that's got huge proportions of wolf in it, A, you're an idiot. That's illegal. B, don't do that. That's a wild animal. You're asking for trouble. It's all in the dog. Like, any dog can be an asshole if you treat a dog like shit. Pits are usually nice. The problem is if they don't want to hurt people, their bites are enough to do some nasty shit. Oh my god, Greg, you want to know an interesting thing we watched? When Molly, that was Wendy's rescue dog, she's like a pit Doberman mix. She had like Doberman colors and those adorable anime eyebrows. Oh my god, I love them. The 2 like orange dots that move. When she plays, she never opens her mouth. Ever. Whereas when our dogs play, because our dogs are hunting dogs, they have a soft mouth. So a soft mouth means they can retrieve, my duck and not smush it in their mouth or eat it. They are open mouthed and just like drooling across the world, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? She never opened her mouth. And it was interesting because she does have that pit mouth, that lockjaw, and it's like they know because she was playing. She was not being aggressive. You know what I mean? It was just really interesting to watch, like that she knew that. Just their play style, but they played great. Like Lilith was literally just they would come inside and Molly's neck would be drenched in drool because Lilith and Trick would be biting all over her neck. But they don't bite hard, it's their playing. And she knew that. And so she never opened her mouth. It was crazy to watch. Cool though. I love watching that stuff. A lady across the street had a pit bull cross called King that they had to put down because he kept attacking other dogs. Poor baby. Was very sad because it was such a nice dog, right? And that's, I mean, it's something you like. If your dog shows any form of aggression when it's a puppy, you gotta assess that shit. Food aggression, anything, like anything. I remember when these guys were itty bitty. I think it was Trick snarled at Lilith one time, and so literally for like a month when I fed him, I fucking had my hand in the food bowl the whole time. I made him eat his food around my hand. And now we open feed them and they don't give a fuck about anything. But I refuse to have an aggressive dog because it's not fair to the dog. Really. Also, wolves are really fucking big. They are. And for some reason, there's this like trend I've seen on YouTube and Instagram of like hot model looking women owning wolf dogs. And I'm like, her face is going to get ripped off in her sleep. She knows that, right? It doesn't matter how much that dog loves her. I got bitten in the ass by a wolf husky hybrid at the Craig's campground. My asshole just got so tight. I got in trouble for not reporting the mauling. What? I'm sorry, I have to relax my anus. Wow. Holy balls. Then I had 2 dogs try to maul me in Mueller State Park, and I had to defend myself with a carving knife and had a what? A mace? Oh, a can of mace. Screaming at the owners to get their fucking dogs. They were off leash in a goddamn state park. What the fuck is wrong with people? I love Tibetan Mastiffs. I think they're really pretty, but they're very expensive. What? You get out what you put into a dog, 100%. Or what you don't put into your dog. They're predators, absolutely, Mickey. Like, I don't even know how these people get these dogs. Like, I wish I was still taking care of that German Shepherd. I had a German Shepherd when I was a kid. She wasn't very big, though. Being from Norway, I know, oh my god, is that a big problem up there? People, like, wanting to fucking find a puppy? Crystal Knox saying, oh my god, Crystal Cacti. I like your new name. I love cactuses, though. They're fun plants. How are you, love? Most of the time, the aggression we see can be from anxiety or fear. I think it's always from fear, yeah. So it's not just that it's dangerous, it's also the dog not feeling right either. Absolutely. That's what I mean. It's a total detriment to the dog. No dog, I mean, it's like saying a human is born racist. The saddest thing about racism is some person thought it appropriate to either be openly racist in front of a developing child's brain and or teach them that behavior. And that mind-blowing. A Jack Russell. Oh, absolutely, Cake. I was gonna say that. Like, some of the meanest dogs I've ever met in my entire life, like mean to the point where they were trying to chew your arm off, are like Pomeranians. Because people think they're babies and put them in purses and don't give them any boundaries. We recently had to call animal control on a dog who was abandoned across the street. The poor thing was so hungry and become aggressive. Oh no. To anyone who walked by, it wasn't the dog's fault, but it was becoming dangerous. I mean, that poor dog. Can you imagine? I'd want to die. If I was left on a street corner and just stared at and starved to death, I would want to die. I know a dog doesn't think that way, but what a horrible way for a dog to exist. Vile. Oh my God. A year and a half. What in the fuck is happening?
Cheers to that, bitch. Thank you for that resub.
I'm trying to go through all of chat. Sorry. I don't want to miss anything. I got bit on the tricep by some tweakers. Pitties. Oh. His name was Max. Oh. Miniman. How's my girl doing? If I kept him, I would have named him Gamork. Oh, that's a good name. We had a German Shepherd. Her name was Sheba. And she was a trained cop dog that was too nice. She wasn't aggressive enough to be a cop dog, so she like failed at a cop dog school. And my stepdad adopted her, and she was the sweetest girl in the whole world. Never an aggressive bone, but she had that, like, you know how purebred German Shepherds, their back legs are shorter than their front legs, right? I mean, some of them it's so drastic you can see it while they're walking. And hers wasn't that drastic, but enough to give her horrible hip problems. She died when she was like 12 or something. It was sad. But she wasn't very tall. Like I think it was because her back legs were like, you know. Ugh. I have a crazy plant collection now. It's worth 12. Girl, I kind of did that, but with tarantulas. People trying to reintroduce wolves to our ecosystem, which doesn't need them. Why are they doing this? Nor is it used to having them around. The main problem is people doing animal rights, kidnapping the... Animal rights. I appreciate the quotations. Kidnapping the wolves or wolf dogs from other countries and dumping them in our country. What in the fuck? Ma'am? Freddie was a Jack Russell, and he was fine unless you, like, teased him. I've known plenty of wonderful Jack Russells. I've known plenty of wonderful Chihuahuas. I've never known a mean Chihuahua. And I know they're out there. But all the people I've known that have gotten them treat them like a real dog. So they grow up being a real dog. Imagine. Yeah, I've never known a mean Chihuahua in my life. But I know they can be assholes. It's just how you raise a dog. I deal with that nonsense with my boy. His mother's partner teaches the kids so much racist nonsense. Oh my fuck. Are you kidding me? Does he see it? Oh. People like that deserve to step on Legos forever. We had a German Shepherd. We feel she was abused because we got her as a stray, but she was very skittish. Oh, I hate that. People that I just want to kick them in the balls. A neighbor here got robbed last night, Mickey. He has 6 palms, and they ganged up on the guy who was also scared of dogs. That's fucking great. I'd like to see someone walk into my house and try to rob me. There's a good 50 tarantulas surrounding my computer system. I'd like to see what they would do. Just like on a, spy cam. She's fine, still does not want to hop on the bed, but just starts judging Marley all day. Yeah, she's going to have some sass for a bit. I'm just so happy she's back with you. Imagine the guys at the pen laughing at him. He had a gun, too. I mean, I would surrender to 6 Pomeranians. I like my Achilles tendon. I had a weird dream, Rod and Katie. I dreamt I was supposed to do inventory at both your houses and none of my team showed up. So demons? I mean, that checks out. Yeah, don't forget the GIMP mask. Whew. Which one's a conspiracy? The Norwegian wolves' DNA is well documented. Wait. Which one's a conspiracy? People dropping off. I'm confused now. Oh, Norway used to have natural wolves. You don't anymore. Were they like human? We have a Chihuahua named Cheeto. I love them. I worked with a woman whose mom bred Chihuahuas, and she had 3. And every time I went to her house, they were fucking hilarious. They were the nicest dogs, though. They weren't aggressive towards people because she had friends come over, and she didn't like pick them up and walk around with this little like fetus in her arm all day. They were dogs, you know. They're reintroducing red wolves in South Carolina. They've been trying to do it up in Idaho and Canada for years too, but it's because, from what I understand, they reintroduced the wolves because the elk and the vegetarian animal population goes out of control. And what happens is, if there's no predator to kill off the elk breed out of control, so then there's no food for all the elk, so then they just starve and rot to death, and then we have disease spreading because we have lots of starving, rotting elk everywhere. And so, but that was because we wiped out the wolves. And so I don't know if that makes a difference. Like, I I don't know enough about that stuff. Honestly, my sister would be a great one to talk about. She's actually a lawyer of like conservation and, nature shit that I don't know anything about. She'd be a way better one to talk about. I should have her on someday. Monkey! Oh my god! Did you get my message? I haven't been able to message you for a week. And I'm panicking. I messaged Alex on Discord yesterday because I didn't know what else to do. Well, Vile, the wind broke in, but honestly, like, seriously, I could just show you guys, like, that's a lot of tarantulas and black widows and scorpions, and then those are a lot of tarantulas and scorpions, and then that one's a lot of tarantulas and scorpions, and then we got snakes and tarantulas. Oh, there's the less well-known Coloradan pood tarantula. And then we got a whole lot more snakes and spiders over there. You can't really escape them in this house. And I'm assuming someone dumb enough to break into my house is dumb enough not to know what's poisonous or venomous, or not even to know the difference between poisonous and venomous. Smooth. I still have the same schedule. I've just been out because of the holiday. They all did knives. I just gave them all away. I gave them all to pet store to sell. So I do have some tarantulas. Sorry, my camera became a little bam. I do have some tarantulas that have a designated snack and or husband waiting to grow. But if I breed them successfully, their babies are $80 a pop, and they could have 200 babies. You can see how that's like pretty easy money. Those scorpions, they never stop breeding, and they only sell for $20 a piece, and they're deadly, so not very many people want them. They're like actually deadly, whereas my tarantulas are not. So breeding them on purpose and like keeping babies and trying to make money off of it is just like not worth the effort at all. So I gave them all to pet store. I was like, I don't want this. I got your last 3. Oh my god, monkey. We should set up a meeting. Zamoka, how are you, love? Thank you for that resub. I'm trying to catch up. I'm catching up. If I miss anything, I apologize. Yes, I do. Yes, Vile, absolutely. No. We good. I had my selfish day on Sunday. I didn't speak. I literally was silent. It was fantastic. So, Monkey, I think what happened was the week before we went to Montana, Zach's friend Dave, the one that was sleeping on my couch, so I couldn't stream because that would have been very unkind to stream on a sleeping man on my couch. He thought it would be funny to change our Wi-Fi password. Hold on. He told us he changed it to something that would make Wendy laugh when she showed up. Side note, she never even asked for our Wi-Fi password, so it wasn't even worth it. But I did not, like, changing your Wi-Fi password is all fun and games until you realize that everything in your house is connected to your Wi-Fi. And once you do that, you have to remember how to go through every fucking thing in your house and change its goddamn password. And so my phone wasn't receiving any messages. My Google Home in the kitchen, which would tell me if my phone wasn't receiving messages, wasn't receiving anything because the Wi-Fi password, like, nothing. I have a router on my desk. It was dead. My computer was running off Wi-Fi. So, I'm mildly angry about it, but I think I figured it out. I literally figured it out last night. I was like, holy shit, now I know why nothing in the house is working. Everything needs to be changed, that goddamn password. Like everything, my lights are hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I was fucked. Yeah, Megan. There's a few things in there that I was a little like, well, him and Zach were like, when men get together, no offense. It doesn't matter how old you are, but when boys get together, they become 4 years old and they're like, tee hee hee, peeing on pooping and it's funny. So they were like back in the office, like, tee hee hee, let's make the Wi-Fi password something about sweaty meat flaps. Ha ha ha. Not really thinking, not doing anything malicious, just being baby children, even though they're in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a loosey goose, man. I was just going about my business. I had no idea any of this happened. I was like, oh, all my shit breaks all the time. It's probably just broken. It wasn't me for once. Yeah. Eliza, my girl, how are you? And thank you for gifting a sub to our girl, Megan. Hello, Eliza. How are you doing, my love? You're in my heart always and forever. I dedicated a chamber for you. I'm getting a tattoo soon. Rod, right? I'm just glad it wasn't me for once. Because, like, I'm just used to me breaking things by existing. So I just accepted it. It was not me this time. And honestly, it wouldn't have been a big... Oh, my God. Stop it. I would die for Bronson. I don't know if you know that. But I would. Straight up. Right, Crystal? Like, it's just so much work that I didn't want to go through. But, like, literally, like, you guys know. Everything is Wi-Fi now. Everything. And because I have Google Fi, my phone is strictly Wi-Fi. So when the Wi-Fi gets fucked up, I'm really fucked up. Judy. How are you, love? Rod and Katie, if my aunt has a lot of extra jams, jellies, absolutely. The one... Yeah, yes. Yes. Ooh, Eliza, really? Mine finally is done itching, which is great. I'm frustrated for you, right? It's been a pleasure. Thank you for your sympathy. Hi, Mark. How are you, love? Dark Druid. Tee farts and boobies. Funny Wi-Fi password. As a man-child, I approve. Right? And I thought it was funny, too, until I realized all that work I had to put through. Like, now, every 2 hours, the Google Home or the Google Nest in my kitchen just goes, I can't find the Wi-Fi. Please open your app. But if I can't find my phone, I can't open the app. And if my phone's not connected to the Wi-Fi because someone changed the Wi-Fi, I can't find my phone because it's not connected to the Wi-Fi. You can tell I was mildly frustrated. Mildly. Hi, Avery. Thank you for the resub, love. If you just do exclamation PO box in the chat, I think it pops up. I have the same one. Zeke and I just share one. I'm very high and very happy. Good. I'm quite stoned as well. Megan, you know what I got? So he's been friends with Zach and his friend Wendy forever, and they both told me that this guy's like the most loving, wonderful person, but he's just a man-child. PAX Unplugged is fun. That was my favorite one, Eliza. Yeah, it was frustrating. It's just like you don't realize how many things in your house are connected to Wi-Fi. It's everything. What broke? Oh my God. Nothing broke. It actually wasn't me this time. And I figured it out and I don't have to feel like angry at myself. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to do something to him. I'm going to have to figure it out. And he's part of their comedy troupe. He literally is a traveling comedian. He does stand up. So he'll know. Like, he'll take it with stride. It's just got to be equally annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be work involved in fixing it. PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged is a PAX dedicated to board games and like role-playing games and stuff like that goes down up in PA, up in Philly, right? It's not Pittsburgh. It was Philly. It goes down up in Philly. And it's pretty new. It's only been going on for like, 5 years now? And it's really fun. It's very small scale, but it's quiet. And there's just like nerds abound. It's great. Gotta make the password boobs. Man, how do you think any old math teachers in chat just like look at these crazy calculators we keep in our pocket and you ever get kind of mad at yourself for how many times you told us we weren't going to have a calculator available in our pocket at any given time? Because man, do I. Nerds Abound is the name of my new math rock band. You can take it. That's a good one. Something like that. I don't know how to count anymore. Me neither. Like, honestly, like, what is time? It is kill. It's fun. Dude, if you have time, like, the tickets don't usually sell out because not many people know about it. And it goes down I think it's still in the convention center, right, Eliza? And it's pretty small scale. Like, you don't feel, it's nothing like the other PAXs. It's a fully vaxxed con. Fuck yes. I told my teacher I'd glue my TI-84 to my hand. I had a TI-89, man. I loved that thing. It could do anything. I think I still have it somewhere. But I did a lot of math. It was a lot of math. And their fangled tech thingamadicks. Seriously, though, like, what can't we do? I mean, doctors are Googling over your bodies in the hospital. I'd put money on it. I've seen it so many times where a doc's like, oh, man, I can't remember this one thing. And we're coding you, and the doc is Googling over you while we code your body. All day, every day. Because why rely on the wholly fallible human memory when you can look up facts? Why? It's dangerous. Human memory is dangerous, man. People can rewrite it just by talking to you enough. I upgraded to the TI Nspire when I had to do Calc 3 and 4. What's the Nspire? That might be a really new one. We weren't actually allowed to go beyond the 89 because, like, you could take notes in it or something and cheat. I remember I took the like, in college, I don't know if it's technically the hardest math class, but the highest I had to go was linear algebra? Was it linear algebra? I think so. The one where it's like graphs and you do the numbers out and you're like, it's basically learning how to code. It's like the first step to coding, kind of. Linear algebra is horrific, but you couldn't use a calculator above a certain level because you could take notes somehow or something in it. I'm not smart enough to even figure out how to cheat. I was too busy just trying to learn the material. I still don't understand why I had to take linear algebra. In chemistry, medicine, never used it. Don't know. Must be 2 weeks after second dose to enter. Kids Sunday only and must be vaxxed as well. Oh, that's awesome. Kill, are you able to get your kids vaxxed? Like, are they of the age? The safe age or whatever it is? My only D in college was in linear algebra. Oh my God. My only class I failed and actually tried at was logic. Anybody here take a philosophical logic class before? Like, just your math is sentences. If this, then that, so this. To this day, I still don't fucking understand what I was doing. No, I would spend hours in my professor's office and I'd be like, I don't get it. I'm a very logical thinker too, like, very. But logic, like the class, I was like, what? Did you? Oh, I think I would have loved it if I could have understood it, but my teacher was like 89 years old and I just did not get it. I could just Google it, but I don't feel like it. I mean, honestly, sometimes I ask questions of people that I could Google myself just because I want to have a conversation with someone. Guess who had Verizon send a work email to their personal one? This guy. You want to know a creepy fact that happens to me every day still? I still get texts about patients that are currently in Johns Hopkins to this day. I have tried to cancel my phone on their text system so many times, but I will wake up to a text that says, hey, when you have time, can you check out room 234? Dr. blah, blah, blah wants you to do this blah, 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 blah there. That's a HIPAA thing. That's a huge HIPAA breach. I've done all I can to get myself off of it. I still get texts. To the day. It's, to the day. I have done everything. I cannot get into their system and remove my phone number. Like, what do you do? So I just delete them and ignore them. But God knows who else they're sending those to. Fucking Christ. I have. Oh, I've called them multiple times. I went there in person to do it. Like, my last day. I was like, hey, this is my phone. Can you take it off the system? And I didn't get text for like 6 months. It was like all of a sudden when the new year hit, after I quit Hopkins, I started getting them again. Like, they rebooted their system and my phone number popped up again. That's the calculator? Yeah. There's a whole tech department, and they just, yeah, oh yeah, I'm fucked. Absolutely. Nope. I'm just gonna get them forever. Luckily, I'm a good person. Like, I'm not out to research people that are patients, but who else is that happening to? Like, you just don't know. It's scary. Hospitals are not as perfect as you think. Oh my God, did you guys hear about that Amazon thing recently? Like, oh, what was it? Like, people were researching what their friends and exes and relatives were buying and looking up their credit card numbers and shit. Change numbers. I've had the same, oh my gosh, actually, funny other story, but I've had the same phone number since I was like 15 years old, since I got my first cell phone, 15 or 16. It was when I got my job, because I couldn't get a license yet because I got arrested when I was a kid. So my mommy had to pick me up and drop me off at work. So I had to call her. But in the last like 3 days, I've had like 7 missed calls from a prison in Washington State. And I cannot figure out who's calling me. It could be anybody, because I've had the same phone number since high school. And people over there, like, if anybody's from Washington, you know, west or east of the mountains is 509. That's your area code. It's the entire fucking state. It's like 2/3 of the state is a 509. Anybody could be calling me, and I never get the call. It's not that I'm ignoring them, but like, someone in prison wants to talk to me. Do you see this chaos behind me? I think it's about time we take a break and run an ad. They're telling me. Haunted Victorian child incoming. Look at all that skin. That's confidence inspiring for medical care, that they don't even know you're not there anymore. Dude. Doctors and nurses and everyone in medicine, they're just highly educated humans making highly educated guesses. That's it. We're not magic. And fuck, anybody that's not medicine in a hospital, like, I was being paid shit for what I did. If you're not medicine, you get paid absolute shit. So those poor people, they're not being paid for the amount of work they do. 360 Snow Homies. I can still remember my first phone number ever. 360-738-4004 in Snohomish. That was my family's first phone number. Still remember it. 360. Weird, huh? Creepy. I think 206 is Seattle. Snohomish is definitely 360, because my whole family is 360. Oh yeah, I know them Snow-ho-hos. And some of Monroe. I worked as a data analyst in a major hospital. I worked mostly with the ER. I made some good money. Good, I'm glad. Because I'm talking more like, you know, janitorial staff. The people, like, it's usually not the tech, like the data analysts or highly paid tech people that are managing the phones. It's literally a janitor in the basement of the hospital. It's one person, and he sits in like this room that's literally just full of phones on chargers. Like, they look like Nokia bricks, but they're the phones we carry around at work. And he just has a room of them. And if your phone or your pager breaks, you walk down to this creepy, it's literally next to the morgue. You walk, and pathology, in the fucking dankest bottom floor of the hospital. You walk and you wait at a window, and he'll give you a new phone. And if you work there long enough, they put your personal phone in, so that if your work phone doesn't work, they can text your personal phone. And I cannot get off the list, no matter how hard I try. My memories of Marysville are located in a Silent Hill-esque terror-filled part of my mind. Oh my God, me too. My dad's crazy ex lived in Marysville. So all my memories are like, stay in the car, kids. Like, we have to go in and get the other kids now. And my brothers would be like rushing out of the house like, ah! Dude, it was crazy knives. It was kind of like Silent Hill-esque. Like, you would get to those layers of the basement and the walls are all just stone. It's just like, it looks like a mine shaft. Literally, the whole basement looks like a mine shaft with a paved road, like a paved sidewalk going through it. And each window is a different thing that just doesn't need to see daylight, like pathology, laundry, the phone dude, the morgue. Okay, we have to take a break because otherwise I'm going to punch my dog in the face on accident. My number is the same as in gymnasium, so in high school. Yep, mine's been the same. I just had no reason to change my phone, and now I don't want to. How would I remember a new one? He's the final boss. It scares me down there. I've been lost because there's tunnels. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Baltimore City, when I get back from my break, I'll tell you all about it. Just remind me. I'll never take... She did it! works again. Yay. Man, you get used to having that stream deck and wow. I know. I literally almost punched my monster over my keyboard. Had a minor heart attack. I'm good now. I didn't. We're fine. Everything's fine. This is why I build my own keyboards so I can tear them apart and clean them if things happen. I'm that person. Whoa. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. I got a monster. You know how many people have tweeted this girl to me? So many people. I don't think I look like her, but maybe. I think gamers just like to put in angry looking women. Hi, Lord Hybrid. How are you, love? I don't know. I didn't play the game. It's Apex Legends. Or I did a little bit. I didn't play very much, though. It doesn't say. Apex Legends. Unlock in-game content with Monster Energy. I don't know who it is. But it's an angry bitch with blue eyes. So people are like, Katie's on the Monster. And Monster hates weed. They're like anti-marijuana legislation. Which is hilarious that they support a game but hate pot. Apex Legends is Titanfall.
Come out. I'm gay.
Fohammer underscore 419 tipped $5. Last night I got high with space raptors and they took me to meet the mermaid people, and let me tell you, there's nothing like a giant fish / raptor orgy to remind you what's important in life after God pops the bubble around the flat earth to flood everything.
Oh no. Oh no! I've given Zoe more ammo. Oh, that's great and terrible. God pops the bubble around the flat earth to flood everything, because we all know that. I mean, obviously. Get that tattooed down my back. Kill me first, please. Oh, God. Man, I can't. That's great. Thank you for this moment. I love you, Zoe. You need to write a I'm going to take all your messages and I'm going to put them into a proverb book. Just call it Daddy's Cummies. And that's it. That's all you get. I have been doing as well as one can amidst a deadly pandemic, emerging its head viciously once again when it shouldn't even be a topic of conversation anymore. You know, the fact that we're still dealing with it is mind-boggling. Let's cheers about those who can get vaxxed and those who do. It's exhausting a little. I just hope you all live and take care of yourselves, please, if you can. Cheers.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I did take my joy. Take your fucking joy, bitches. You can always be selfishly honest here because we will never attack you for that. However, if it's about not getting vaccinated or something and you're totally healthy and can, I still try to educate you to get it. Because that's all I can do. Say on again with the motherfucking resub.
Hail to the boosters. Hi, young at heart, how are you?
I got a free fucking half ounce last night from a cacti. Fuck yes. Dude, I got some massive buds recently. I smoked them already, but they were huge. Yeah, I don't know why they're so big this time of year, but they're fantastic. I'm so excited to get my booster. I have to wait until basically Christmas, but I'll be getting it. Ooh, 5 inches? What the fuck? Okay, mine are not that. Mine are like 3 inches across, which is a really big bud to me. Jesus God. Ooh, Lord Hybrid, I'm excited for you. Beastie, my sister moved to Baltimore last month and has been struggling to find good places to hang out and meet people. Have you have any recommendations for her? Not a fan of seeing her dumpy because of it. What kind of stuff does she like to do? Like, what's kind of her vibe? Because Baltimore's very diverse. Like, there's a hipster dreadlock tattoo part of the city you can hang out in. There's like, the thug life, listening to 90s R&B side of the city you can hang out in. There's tons of places to hang out. You just got to know the corners. She likes the heroin part. A cannabis cookbook. Oh, that's so cool. The pandemic has kind of been a blessing in disguise. As a woman with multiple disorders, including social anxiety, COVID is giving me all the excuses I need to stay away from people and touch no one. I'm smiling because I agree. Also, can't wait to get my booster and be extra protected. Right when the COVID shutdown happened, I swear to God, Lilith, I told my chat, I was like, the only difference is I don't have to lie to my family about going out and being social. Like, I like being home. I don't like the fucking pandemic, but I like being home. She's open to just about anything. She's come from Portland. Ooh, you should tell her to go to, hold on. I got to pull up a map of a Baltimore city just so I tell her the right streets, because I just would tell her, I know like landmarks to get there, but give me 1 second and I can tell you a really cool place for her to hang out. One thing I would say is, if she's at all cool with watching sports, going and watching Orioles games. I met so many dope people doing that, just because there's pickles across the street. So you go across the street and you hang out and you get like fucking Natty Boh and smothered French fries covered in something and get a little buzzed, and then you just walk across the street right into the stadium. And Oriole Stadium is an old train station that they have turned into this beautiful park. It is fucking beautiful. It's called Camden Fields, and it's my favorite park in the world. I might be a little biased, but it's honestly like gorgeous and just good people. Like, it's not people that are gung-ho sports people. It's just people getting a buzz and hanging out. Like, Baltimore people are different. Like, people think Baltimore's this icky city. They're very warm people. They just like, you'll just be walking with the crowd and people will swing their hand over your shoulder and be like, yeah, fucking O's. And you just make friends kind of on accident, because those are kind of and it's every age. It doesn't really feel like an age, but Pickles is really fun, and that's a really fun place to hang out. But yeah, let me pull up a map really quick and I will tell you the neighborhood I'm thinking of. Voldemort? Oh my God, Baltimore. It's hold on. I gotta water down my accent. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore. It's just my accent. That's, if you're from Baltimore, that's how it's cool. You're not an idiot. You're not an idiot. Chat is just used to me not pronouncing things anymore. It's cool. You're not an idiot. Nope. You're totally fine. Give me 1 secundo. Okay. Best breakfast in Baltimore, Miss Carter's Kitchen. It's on 40th, but it's like in this tiny ass neighborhood. There's no parking. It's just like, it looks like some little old lady's house. Best breakfast ever. Miss Carter's Kitchen. Tell me I'm wrong. If they still do breakfast, they used to. I don't know if they do anymore, but they have amazing food. But I'm just gonna Google it. Have you listened to any songs by Eskimo Callboy? I just recently found them and they're a pretty fun, crazy German band. No, but I'll write it down. Eskimo Callboy? That's hilarious. I did recently find a band that's actually pretty old called Squirrel Nut Pockets. Yeah, that's real. Do I have a pen? Probably not. Really? All right. I'll remember it. Eskimo Callboy. It sounds like Eskimo Brothers. I'll remember it. No one should call you dumb or idiot or anything. Please don't stay around those people if you can, Lilith. Those are not people to hang out with. Please. Please. Slurm, thank you for the resub. Sorry if I missed it. I was trying to help someone find a really cool area to go to. Let me think. I know. You don't want to hang out near Hopkins. It's also called Murder Hill. Probably self-explanatory. 36th Street is the street where all the cool... It's like... Not all the cool stuff. It's like kind of funky. There's like funky shops. There's like actually a real skateboard shop there. There's a knitting shop. There's some dope head shops. A lot of tattoo shops are there. A lot of really, really good food. If you've ever seen that movie like Miracle on 34th Street or what is it? Miracle on 34th Street, I think is what it's called. That is in Baltimore and is right there. So this time of year, she can literally park somewhere on 36th and walk to 34th, and the entire street is like a Christmas vomit nightmare from 1930s. These people have lived there these people are live, die Baltimore people. They live on 34th Street, and it's like a carnival of Christmas hell. And they clog up the entire fucking street with it every year. But you go get hot cocoa and walk through it every year. It's just what everybody does. But that's where it's like about and filmed, and so it's crazy.
You came back.
Slurm. Thank you for gifting a sub to Lilith.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan,
I have
motherfuckers.
pictures of it somewhere. I'll find them for you guys. Can I go to Murder Street? Murder Hill. That's where Hopkins is, because it's the highest crime area in the city. Lilith, you're a wonderful human. No, I mean, I firmly believe if people that you surround yourself with aren't building you up, what are you doing around them? Life's too short to feel shitty by yourself at the behest of others. Thank you, Slurm, for being an angel. I'll definitely be okay then. Yeah, you'll be fine. Everybody's fine. People, it's kind of like, I don't know what to compare it to. People who look afraid are gonna get mugged. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Hey, you know what, Mark? I love to knit and quilt, so no hate on craft shops. I love a private, I love not having to go to Michael's, because you're going to find really cool yarns. It's totally a nerd thing, but they have, fucking beautiful alpaca yarn that's hand-dyed, and you touch it, and you have to turn around because you pop a 10. It's a wonderful shop. There's a quilting shop down there, too, with some of the most... I still have some of the fabrics, actually. I whipped some of them out the other day because I'm going to sew myself a skirt. Crystal's comment about free bud reminded me I got given a free 1/4 that they grew for giving a coworker a ride home from a month straight. Dude, that's just like good karma paying out, man. That's awesome. My lips are so dry. I feel dry. Yeah, I think that's everywhere you go. Just carry yourself like you're not afraid of humans, which is sometimes scary, I guess, but I don't know. I've never been afraid of people. I wasn't taught to fear people, though. Probably why I'm in trouble a lot. It's the normal thing to do. And that's the problem, Lilith, is people that even think there's a normal, they need a reality check. Hard. My happy is not your happy. And your happy might not be my happy. And they might be our happy, but they're probably not. But that doesn't mean either of us is wrong, as long as we're not hurting anyone. And honestly, you and I probably have a way smaller carbon footprint than people that are out, doing shit all the time. If you want to swing it that way. Life's gangster lately rather than climate change. Dude, climate change, just fuck. I have nightmares about it. Hell yeah, Beastie. Yeah. So 36th Street, literally, if she just drives there, she'll know exactly where she is. Like, it's kind of, there's a lot of college housing and just like cool shops, really good food, like different food, it's not all the same kind of stuff. But if she wants to know anything else, you can tell her to hit me up or you can hit me up anytime. Baltimore, like, for some reason, it seems really intimidating, but I will straight up say this as a fact. You will make 100 more friends in Baltimore than you ever would in Seattle. Baltimore doesn't have a freeze. You just got to get out. You know, it's hard. As an adult, it's really hard to meet people. I completely empathize with that. Like, you usually end up hanging out with who you work with or making friends through them. But honestly, like, just going to the games and stuff, I met the coolest, weirdest people. Like, just like women in their 60s who had season tickets to the Orioles. And it was this group of 4 women, and they got fucking blasted together at all these Orioles games. They were hilarious. And it's just fun. Normal people. Very blue collar. It's like a city full of blue collar people. Ooh, update on Gerb. So I've apparently been impressing a lot of people. Apparently, duh. In my new department, Imposter System has been running wild. I am queen of Imposter System. Welcome to my kingdom. But last Friday, one of my managers said someone had handed in a resignation and they really think I would be amazing for the position. I'm in a place where people appreciate me and I don't know how to handle it, but don't think I deserve it. Is the new position like totally different from what you do? Because you want to, I mean, if you're happy in all ways. It's kind of like fixing something not broken. Even though people are like fluttering shit up your ass to do it. Is in walking distance. I love a good walk. So even if I do leave my place, need hours of mental prepping, I don't use a car. Mine is the same. Like, even my weed shop is like 2 miles away from my house. It's very nice. I could just run there. It would be a massive promotion. Is it a different thing you would do? I mean, if it's just a promotion and pays more, same department and everything, it sounds like it's already yours or should be. Fuck yeah. Yeah, fucking do it, dude. What do you take 12K a day for? What are you eating? People miss out on a lot of chances because we second guess ourselves. Absolutely. I agree with Knives 100%. And that's why you need people like us around you to be like, bitch, you actually are fantastic. Your brain's just an asshole. So is mine. They probably hang out on the weekends. The D? Oh, yeah. Everybody, when my mom got breast cancer, the doc told us that everyone in the United States should take vitamin D every day. We're all deficient. Yeah, Crystal, well, that's, so when my mom got breast cancer, before she got him lopped off, I went to so she got diagnosed, like they did a biopsy and they were like, okay, the tumor is malignant, which means it is cancerous. There's malignant and benign. Benign means not cancerous. Malignant means it's evil. So it was malignant and it was in the ducts, like I've talked about nipples a lot. Nipples are just modified sweat glands, the same shit in your armpit, except when you give birth to a baby, you produce some special hormones that make it white. So we call it milk, but it's just a special kind of sweat. And so you got lots of ducts, like lots, in your nipple skin because the milk doesn't come out in one hole. It comes out many millions of little microscopic pore holes. And one of those ducts, she got the breast cancer. And I went to the appointment with her where they were going to discuss, is it going to be like, we're just going to take the tumor out or lop the whole tit off? And my mom's boobs are so freaking small. They were like, we have to take the whole tit off. It was terrible. She cried. But the doctor told us, and I've remembered this my whole life, probably because how traumatic it was. My mom's alive, by the way. She has a big fake tit and she hates it. He told me that in the Pacific Northwest specifically, breast cancer and MS are like at all-time highs, and they think it's literally really associated with the vitamin D deficiency. Because it's not that vitamin D is like this ever-bearing vitamin we need to like bake in the sun. Vitamin D is what helps us metabolize a lot of other vitamins that keep us healthy, including like vitamin C and calcium and things for our bones and stuff. So when you don't get vitamin D, you could be eating 500 milligrams of anything any day and you're just pissing it all out because your body can't break it down or something like that. I'm not a specialist in this, please. It's been years since I did this kind of science. This is just layman's shit. But he told me that and it made sense. Like that, for a chemistry mind, that totally made sense to me. So does mine's Aquarion. Brains are great. I think, honestly, it's because, you know, most people in your life, unless you're hanging out with really shitty humans, like, most people in your life aren't going to sit around and just, like, bring you down. So our brain keeps us level, so we're not, like, totally ego. Is breast cancer frequent? No, not at all. It's not. My mom got really lucky. It wasn't hormone fed, and it's not genetic at all. And I actually got tested for the genetic variant, and I don't have it. It was just fluke. And she was one of those people, I guess this is pretty common, but a lot of women get these little tiny, just like little fibrous tumors in their breasts their whole life for no apparent reason. Like they're not cancerous. And my mom had had like 5 removed already in her life. Just these little tiny balls of nothing, just like scar tissue. And apparently that can turn into something. I've recently broken my femur, not even 3 years after I broke my ankle in all 3 places. Same freaking leg. My vitamin D was 8. I'm now diagnosed with osteoporosis and currently taking a bunch of vitamin D, among others. Vitamin D is definitely important. It really is. I mean, this was the most interesting fact. Fibroids, thank you. That's what they are called. Yep. What he told me is that if you live anywhere north of which state? I don't remember. We lived in the Pacific Northwest. So he said Pacific Northwest specifically, even if you lived outside 24/7 naked, you still would not get the amount of vitamin D you need to process all the vitamins you need to maintain a healthy body, just because the angle of the planet and the sun. Like, it's impossible. So basically anyone that lives in the Pacific Northwest should be taking vitamin D. And it totally made sense to me. Like, we're so fucking far from the equator at this point. Yeah, it's all a mutation. That's the craziest part. I remember taking classes on DNA and genetics and stuff, and it's like everybody has the genetics to have cancer. It's just a lottery as to what decides to express it in your body. And for some people, it's cigarettes. For some people, it's alcohol. Some people, it's fucking breathing. Like, yeah, I just take a multivitamin that has a lot of vitamin D in it. I always have since I was a kid. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Absolutely, BC. Hit me up anytime, dude. I love helping out. Baltimore's a good city. I want people to not be afraid of it. But also be smart. And it's any city. Like, you know. That's one of the reasons why I've been taking a multivitamin for years, hoping it'll be a catch-all for anything I'm not getting enough of. Yeah, a lot of people rip up vitamins because, yeah, they're not approved by FDA. A lot of vitamin companies are bullshit. Like, there are a lot of companies out there. There was actually where I grew up as a kid in Eastern Washington. We lived on the beach side of the highway, of the Ichilium Highway. We were on the res. And then across the street from us was this huge, beautiful hillside. And one man owned the entire fucking, like, mini mountain hill. And he was a guy who invented a fake vitamin O, in the 80s or early 90s or something. And he marketed it enough, got called out on his shit, but he made so much money off of a fake ass vitamin. It was nothing. It was a placebo. That he just bought a mountain and lives on it now. It's pretty crazy. But some vitamins, I mean, you can tell the vitamins that aren't sketchy, I hope. Dope sick is wild. The FDA, it's such a fucked up system because, like, in terms of the pandemic, it is such a necessary. Like, they are doing good with this. They're not going to put out a fucking vaccine that's going to kill Americans. They're not going to do it. It's not in their interest. That's like something accurate. But then you look at things in the past, like for instance, implants, human implants. So like a pacemaker or a artificial hip or anything like that. Things like that. Whenever we invented the artificial hip, maybe 50 years ago, that one was FDA approved. Every single artificial hip since then, because they're so similar to the one that was FDA approved, they don't get FDA approved. They're like pre-FDA approved or something like that. There's some weird workaround law where the FDA goes, well, it's so similar to the previous one, we don't need to test this one. And so in the 80s, they were putting stainless steel fake hips in people. FDA fast track. Thank you, Eliza. They were putting stainless steel hips in people, and it eroded their hip bones and turned their body black on the inside. Like, literally their body melted from the iron or the oxidization or whatever was going on. But the shape and the form of it and everything was so similar to the one before. Cobalt hips was another really big one. I mean, was Cobalt the one that was turning them black? I've seen one when I worked in the ER. This lady's false hip folded in on itself. That was wild. Like, and Cobalt was the black one. Okay, yeah. And it's such a dual-sided thing. Because, yeah, we need a fucking vaccination. And I know there's a person that works with them. We all know Neuro. He's our god. They're doing very good work with that because it's something that's worldwide. Everyone's eyes are on it, but everyone's eyes aren't on fake hips. And it probably is so infrequent that they can pay out to these people that rot their hips away, you know? My mom has 2 fake knees. Yep, my mom's the same. I think titanium's a much better option because it's really light too. Cobalt is poisonous, but I don't know if we knew that, or maybe they coated it in something they thought would help. I don't know. My wife has it worse than most people with hip replacements as she's allergic to metal. Guess what material stop it. Did they know? Thank you, Gluttony. Please follow my friend Neuro on Twitter. He's amazing. He is a neurosurgeon who I worked with personally at Hopkins, and now he works up in New York with the CDC in helping approve these vaccines, and he's just a wealth of information. He's awesome. No bullshit. My kind of guy. Titanium and a degradable plastic-esque material is what's used mostly now. That's what I thought, because I think it's that plastic that folded in on that woman. The titanium in my ankle is destroying the bone because it's so much stronger than the bone and has 0 give. I mean, what else would you put in a human? Do they do bone transplants? I wonder. I worked in a surgical unit, but it was mostly like plastics and stuff. I didn't really see the bone stuff. Hello, Alchemy. How are you, my love? Please follow my friend Alchemy. She's famous. She just got partnered. Wow. Finally, for fuck's sake. Plays a lot of Final Fantasy. Cute as heck. I don't know. Might want to check her out. The plastic type is usually used on younger patients who are predicted to heal. Dude, Eliza, did I tell you about the one that... I don't want to say it because it grosses everyone out. Like, it's on par with the coconut story. It's a bad story about a fucking hip folding in. Bone graft on an old woman. Bone grafts are possible. Niobium is a better choice for it. Very rare and expensive. Is that a type of metal that, like, actually has give or something? I would have loved to do more stuff like that, but I think because, like, knee surgeries and things like that are pretty commonplace, they're usually not coming to Hopkins to get them done. I'm getting people that, like, have to replace half their face. I didn't get to see, like, the everyday stuff like that. I did see a lot of Whipples, however. Streamelin Spock is back? Seriously? Alright. I'll work on extricating that bastard. Someday. It must have restarted itself because we totally got rid of it the other day. Maybe because I was fucking around with alerts. It's biocompatible metal that's not as stiff as titanium. Wow. Where does it come from? Dude, Crystal, I worked with the surgeon who, like, invented the Whipple. It was wild. And he was, like, 84. Dr. Cameron. I saw that going into surgery a lot. How high are you? Fairly. You know, Rod, I don't know if I never was in surgery with him. I think he was there watching residents, but yeah. I'm trying to get rid of this bot. Hold on. How do I just make it go away? Oh, here it is. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. I'll scroll through that later. One of the medical dramas I watched had a major plotline with a surgeon with shaky hands. I've never seen an actual surgeon cutting people open with shaky hands in my entire life. However, he had shaky hands. I am not clicking that glut. Never in a million years. I don't ever want an elective surgery, man, your skin is the biggest barrier. It's the biggest protector you have. And once you crack that shit open, you ain't never the same. Like in the Nick, dude, that's such a good show. Fuck, I forgot about that show. Oh, it's 3D. Dude, my mom had 2 knee replacements, so I went to the appointments with her and learned what they do. They literally take like a hammer and like what's that thing you use to split wood? The not the axe, the thing you put on the wood to split it with the axe. What is that thing? Why am I blanking on this? They have that and the wedge. Thank you, Fester. Wow, it's literally a wedge. The wedge, it's like a wedge and a fucking hammer, and they're just like, okay, knee, boosh, boosh, boosh. Ah! Bone surgeries freak me out. They're carpenters, seriously. Crystal, I think I've told you this before. Bones are like, that's my limit, I found in the hospital. I can watch your head get blown off and anything else. I can see everything. But once we start like hammering on people's bones or an IO, anybody know what an IO is? Fuck that. I don't know. I almost pass out. Shit gets me. Their kit, it looks like an ancient surgeon's kit. Like something like they're going to scramble your brains or something. I've only had one surgery in my life when I was 13. That was enough. Me too. Well, yeah, actually, when the horse stepped on my face. Input, output. I agree. I think the Nick might have been canceled. It made me sad because that was a really good show. Seriously. I know. No, an IO. An IO is an interosteo IV. So if you admit to the hospital, it's usually drug addicts or really little old ladies. If you are insanely dehydrated, we literally cannot find a vein on your body because you're just like, we drill one into your shin bone. And it is so alarming when you see it and hear it for the first time. I don't like it. Luckily, that's it. You should see when we yank it out. Honestly, so you know how in movies when they like in like theatrical murder movies, whenever they chop off an arm, blood squirts? That is quite literally never going to happen unless you're yanking an IO out of a shin bone. That is the only time I have seen an actual little fountain of blood go bloop. And ew. You should look it up. It's so gross because it's usually in an emergency situation. So all of a sudden you just hear vrp, 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 and it's into their shin bone, and you're just standing there like, oh my god, I have to pull that out later. Fuck. I'm gripping my shin, man. That shit gets me. It's terrifying. Don't do drugs, kids. Stick to the shit that grows out of the ground. Dude, knives. I have like sickness down my back thinking about it. It's the one thing, and I don't know why. Dude, for real. That's how most surgery is, Moon. Really. It's pretty wild. Like, I've told you guys I used to have to go to every single C-section ever when I worked in Skagit Valley in Washington because they considered any C-section to be high risk, which was a lie. All they did was make me do a nurse's job. I was the person who caught your baby. So chances are, if you live in the Washington State area and your baby has an obsession with blue hair, it's because I was the first thing they ever saw. But when they cut open your belly to do a C-section, they actually burn you open, and you smell like burnt hair and bacon. Straight up. It's wild. We're just animals. It's just bones for me, honestly, Knives. The first and only time I ever actually, like, almost fainted at work was, I was working in Seattle, and we don't use it anymore. I can't even remember what the name of it was. But basically, there's this crazy phenomena that happens to young men between ages, like, 16 to, like, 26. They get a spontaneous pneumothorax, which means literally a lobe of their lung just collapses. For no reason. They can be totally healthy. And it just collapses. And we had this young kid come in. He was like 25. And real skinny, so you could see all the bones and muscles, which always makes everything harder to do for some reason. And the way that we used to solve this is we had this little, oh God, what was it called? It was basically like a glass box like this, and it was about this thick. And then there was a fucking ice pick poking out of it, a needle probably about this long. Very fat, like very fat, alarmingly fat needle. Gauge-wise, alarming. I can't even remember. But what they would do is they would take that box and that needle and just find the ribs you would go between. I think it's between the third and the fourth or the second, depending on what lobe it is. You pick which ribs you're going to go between. And they give him some local anesthetic, like the shit you get for a cavity on his chest, and just fucking press that shit into your chest as hard as possible. And then that box, somehow they pump that box and it can pump air back into the lobe and pop the lobe open without doing like invasive quote unquote surgery. And I was there because I'm a respiratory therapist, I had to be there in case an emergency happened while this doctor was just fucking like, there's a lot of shit going on up here. It's not like a smooth transition. He was using his entire body weight to shove this thing into the kid's chest. And the kid's just sitting there like sweating and holding and like, oh God. Like you could see, he could feel everything. And I had to sit. I felt my brain start to spin. And I was like, I have to sit. And I don't know if it was the combination or if it was seeing the kid in pain, because most of my patients are knocked the fuck out. That's the one time. That's the one fucking time I've almost crashed. Glad I didn't. You might be hearing screaming back there because there's a certain very loud creature in my house. I haven't yet figured out how to ball gag. You left a trail of blood. That's kind of hot. The needles. What are they called? I have an antique glass needle with fresh. Oh, my mom has one of those. My mom has one of those. You can do intravenous injection. Yeah, my mom has one. The glass ones where the pump would actually fall out the ass. My mom has one in her like jewelry box from when she was a kid respiratory therapist or something. But that's the size of this needle. I mean, it has to. So you guys know, if you think about it this way, when a medical professional does compressions on your chest, i.e., your heart has stopped, and we need to get it going, we have to pump your chest and pump your heart. And in order to accurately pump your heart to fill it with enough blood to get to your brain, we have to go at least 3 to 4 inches down into your chest, past your breastbone. So that's how far that needle has to get past, except further because your lobes of lung are tucked behind your heart, kind of, and around it. So it's even longer. It's really fucked up. Is it insidious? I'm glad. You know, that honestly, like, fucking A, dude. I might have to go close this door because I can hear it. I don't mind doing compressions, but I don't want to be the first person on compressions because you're the person that feels all the ribs break. I've only done that a couple times. I don't want to be that person. Thankfully, I'm RT, so I'm usually up at the head. Shut up. Usually it's not that loud. Lung tissue is crazy. Mech Jack. Oh, man. Can I tell... Wait. I'll help you. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I'll soothe your soul. I got you. I wish I had happy stories to tell, but man, they're so few and far between. Here, enjoy this, and I'm gonna go close a certain someone's door. Because it's really fucking, that's Baltimore City. You're welcome. Look at that. That heals your soul. You're welcome. I'll be right back. It's 420 somewhere. Somewhere. Isn't this music good? I know, this is from Bastion. I didn't even hear which one it is. Hold on. It's great soundtrack though, man. Dude, I wish I would have taken more videos, but I did not. I'm irresponsible. Oh my god, 15 months.
Oh,
Hail.
the Dank Lord, motherfucker. Thank you so much. Mikey, thank you for the resubs, you guys. Wow, Clara. Wow.
Does anybody watch Big Mouth? Because man, I can be the creepy hormone monster so well. I've also pretty much gotten down the girl hormone monster. Me and my big baby. I can imitate them quite well. I finished it finally. It's okay. I don't love it. It's not like the best show I've ever seen in the entire world, but there's some parts that are amazing. The Big Al cover of Margaritaville. Only, how did you know that? That's an ancient pullout. Giggity. How'd you feel, Knives? It's pretty gross, huh? Did they pull it out? Oh, I hate it. It's just the act of using a power drill on someone's body is just like, I'm very gentle, I guess. I'm very soft with my patients. Like, I do some fucked up shit, but intubation is a traumatic experience, arguably, but I am so gentle with my patients. It's just wild to see people just like, boom, into someone's leg. In the middle of a trauma, you're like, oh shit, that's a drill. And then when you see it pulled out, it's pretty disgusting. Like, it literally is just like a black pool of bloop. Because it's your bone. It's very educational. Oh, yeah, that shit's hardcore. Nurses are hardcore bitches. Did you see the shotgun shell pouch? Yes, I did. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Pneumatic drill. Dude, they use like meat, like meat saws in surgery sometimes. It is. But most of the surgeries I'm a part of are soft tissue. I'm a soft tissue surgery girl, so I didn't have to see that shit very often. It is cold. I have to get my heating pad. Look at this. I tied a t-shirt around my heating pad to tie it on top of my head the other day because I had a headache. Ingenious. That meat sauce. That's another like thing oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like, when I was up in Montana, people would be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" And I'm like, "Oh, my like go-to is, oh, I just do what Zach does," because then I don't have to explain what I do. I just don't want to. And they're like, "Oh, so you play games?" And I'm like, I just talk. And then that just ends the conversation. They just look at me like, "You just talk." Yep. That's all I do. I had that conversation a lot this weekend. Oh, yes, Mickey. Oh, yes. I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you say you're an entertainer, like, tell me a joke. Do something funny. You played games, though. I've actually had Steam up this whole time. I just can't, I just don't know what to play. I don't have, like, anything I'm, like, addicted to right now. Because I've been away from my computer. An interactive talk show host, I guess. That sounds so weird, though, because, like, am I hosting? Like, I don't know what I do for a living. I hang out with my friends all day. I don't know. Oh, you beat Dreamscaper? Dude. I have not beat that last boss yet, you motherfucker. Don't tell me. I still haven't beat the last one. Tell me a joke, okay? Pay me $20. I've been going through a period over the last couple months where no game has really drawn me in. I've been playing games that are just like really passive click builder games and stuff. Nothing that's fun to stream. Tare, how are you, my love? Inscription? Ooh, is it fun? Pyro, what do you think? There are not enough vampires about games. Yep. Wow. Is it the north or the south file? Oh, Pyro. It's crazy. It's kind of, it'll, all of a sudden, the game just clicks one day. It's crazy. I was terrible at it. I couldn't get past Meg forever, and now Meg's the easiest thing in the world. I just smash her in 2 seconds. It just clicks one day. It's like all of a sudden you understand what's happening. It's really weird. There's no curve, I felt like. Did you think of a name for your tiny fluff nugget yet? Because she's fucking shocked. I'll come up with one. I will. I think I own that Marnux. I never played it, but I think I own it. I used to really like hunting games. I've been binging Tavern Master too. Oh my god, Tear. That's kind of maybe we should name her like Cora. She's a waterbender. Slurm, have a wonderful day, Honeybean, and take with you that a chat of a lot of really good people thinks you should take an awesome promotion because you're worth it. Because, like, hundreds of opinions are better than just that evil voice in your head. Might be too spicy BD water. I already have an Azula. I have an Azula. It could, who's the little, the little earthbender? Oh my god, I just blanked on her name. Toph. Why not Toph? It's perfect. You know, I've never played Noita, but I've been told recently I should try it. Garden Story, dude, that's on my wish list. I've been looking at this one. It's fucking adorable, I know. I think it's on my wish list. Toph, I think that'd be perfect, because if she's moving the water bowl and burying it like all of my other tarantulas, I think that's fucking perfect. That's a perfect name. It's so hard. I've named so many of my tarantulas, like, but it takes time. Like, you gotta kind of, like, I learned their personalities a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I'm a nerd. Unpacking is another one on my wish list. Here, I'll show you what I actually have installed right now. You guys can look at my install library. Hell yeah. This is what I've installed. So, definitely have played far too many hours of that. Never played, never played, never played, never played, never played, never played, never played. Played a lot, still playing, never played a lot, never played a lot. Nah, that game actually sucked. Bye. Played a lot, haven't played, played a lot, haven't played. Boosh. No, Mickey. He needs... Shut the fuck up. That's what I get for showing off my lists. Thank you, you silly fuck glut, for that adorable game. No, but he needs to molt so bad. Like, jeez, it'll make me cry. Should I play Grease? Is that how you say it? Is it Grease? Thank you, Glut, for that adorable fucking game. I have not played Pyre, but I haven't beat Transistor yet. Pathologic is hardcore. It looks really good though. What kind of game is set in Athens? Oh, like Gree. Oh, okay. Gree. Cool. Should we play it? It's installed. I've had it installed for ages because every time I bring it up, people are like, how have you not played this game? It's the best game ever. And then I just don't play it. So should I just like rip the cord off? We could take a quick break and get beverages and stuff. And I'll install Garden Story because this game looks adorable. There's no type of like game format I don't like. If it's beautiful and atmospheric and has a cool story, I'm really into it. It means gray in French. Cool. I'm down if you guys are down. Gonna lurk while I eat? Absolutely. Don't get your keyboard nasty, you silly. Is it really Phoenix? Oh, I'm excited. All right. We'll take a quick break. Stand up, stretch your legs, pee your pantses. I'll change the game category. Vampire the Masquerade Sins of the Sires is set in Athens. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. My neck is still really tight from driving for 9 hours. But can I just say that Jeep is the most comfortable vehicle I've ever road tripped in my life. And I have taken hundreds of road trips. But it's French? What do you mean? The whole thing? It means pig in Danish? That's precious. I am a vampire. Don't you see the scars? You would think nothing helps my neck. Whatever's wrong is so deep. I even went on a full deep dive of chiropractic to try to convince myself it might help, but everything is just about how it's total bullshit pseudoscience and how most of them are anti-vaxxers, and I just can't with it. I did too. I have the 5th edition manual for Vampire the Masquerade. It's a beautiful game. All right, quick break. I'll never do it. I'm going to run an ad, get it out of the way. Stretch your dicks. The usual. Get some water. Some flares. Thank you. I tried to make them kind of like a peacock green because my hair is purple. I thought those would go together. I don't know. I try to be. I don't have fun clothes, so this is all I got. I'll be right back. Maybe.
The world may never know.
Do you like it? Thank you. It's multiple colors. Otherwise, I'd tell you what color it is. I never only use one color because I can't. How could I? How could I be simple? Okay, for real. Be right back. Anyways. Welcome back, hoes. What is this? Wow, that is literally primordial chaos. It was fitting. Let's dive into an emotional game, shall we? I'm ready to cry. Is this a controller game or should I prepare? What should I prepare? Is it a not a controller game? Is it like a keyboard game? I can? All right. I do prefer it. Plays well, awesome. I prefer controllers, just more comfortable. I can like sit here and talk to chat and talk to you, and I'm not like. I have a really bad habit I developed when doing PvP and ESO. I push my keyboard away from myself while I play. It's really bad because I just play too hard, I guess. I don't know. And I can like move my little armies up here and just get real snuggly. It's lazy gaming, but I like it. I'm excited. This game, I've never met a person who didn't like this game, ever. So, this should be dope. Let's do. Let me make sure it actually works.